Alright guys, hello and welcome to my first returning video, like my first official video. The last one was just talking about the fact that I've returned, but this is my official returning video. And what I want to make a video on today is this game, Battle Cats. This is the game that most of my content is going to be on from now on. Monster Legends is just really hard. Like, the funny thing is, even most of the fans on my returning video who commented said that they also quit the game. Like, it got really hard to like, and like, it's just something I don't think I can motivate myself to consistently make content on. But meanwhile, there's this game called Battle Cats. Some of you guys might know it because Armor Gaming also played this, and that was like the most views on his channel, funnily enough, even though he was like a Monster Legends YouTuber. You know, it's a really fun game, and I'm going to showcase a little bit about it. I hope you can follow me on this journey, and maybe you'll like the game too, because this, right now at least, is a lot more fun than Monster Legends to me. So what I want to do to showcase my account and how the gameplay works, you know, some things that this game can do, is first I want to show off all of the cats I have for anyone who has played the game before, so that they can, you know, see what they're working with, you know, see what I'm working with. But, you know, if you guys leave any comments on videos I could do, I would love to do that. This game is really fun. So, like, I have a lot of Ubers. I do have a couple seasonal ones from, like, events. Like, Evangelion is crossed over with the game. I don't know what Mola Mola is, but I know it's a crossover. So, yeah, if you recognize any of these guys, if you don't, then just know that I've got a lot of good cats, and, you know, I can do a lot of stages. I would do guides on stages, not Chapter 3 Moon. I got, like, really good. I got really lucky and got good units. So I am not fit to give Chapter 3 guides. But yeah, and then here are my Ubers. You know, I do have Dashley. For anyone who doesn't know, you're going to know eventually. This makes the game unfair because she's too good. But yeah, pretty happy with my lineup. So yeah, just showing that off. Basically, how this game works, a lot like Monster Legends for any people who've, you know, used to play that. And for anyone who might try and play this, you know, it goes from normal, special, rare, super rare to uber rare. You can only get uber rares through, like, something called a gacha, which is apparently a word for just luck-based, I don't know, gambling. You would do this, you would roll it, you could get ubers. That's the only way you can do them. They're really powerful. And the game is, like, the advancement is really linear. It's a really fun game to play, but I don't think I can show you the gameplay in any better way than starting a match. So what I decided to do this video on, and, okay, good, just making sure that I'm not giving away my code, is the Underground Labyrinth. So the way this works, which can showcase some of, like, the possibilities you can get into with this game, and, you know, if you hear the bird in the back, that's the bird in the back. So this is a thing for, like, pro people to see how far they can get, right? There's stages with all different kinds of enemies, which helps me showcase what they are, how you counter them. And in each match, it locks in every unit you choose, and then it traps some, so you can't use this guy anymore, or this guy, or this guy. So it's like a game of endurance, and this will help me show off a lot of the cats, my opinions on them, if they're usable, how to use them in a strategy. I think this will be really fun, so I hope you enjoy the video. So, that being said, I've already done like 3 matches into here, but I made sure to waste only bad units. Right now, we have an all-red stage, right? So, I'm going to go for like red counters. I want to bring only bad ones, just because I want to get pretty far, and I can't waste the good ones. So I'm going to throw this guy in. He's useless. As you can see, he's level 1, obviously. Not using him much. There's this guy. I just got him. I don't know if he's good, but he seems like a red meat shield. And then I already have this guy, one of my uber rares. They're a lot more limited, so I don't want to waste any more uber rares than I need to. And he targets red. He knocks them back, so you'll see what that means when I'm in the match. So I think this loadout is good. I might just throw in something like a waste unit, you know? So yeah, I'll throw in this guy, Broadcat, just to fill a spot. And now let's go. All right, so Underground B4F, and I hope the audio isn't too bad. I haven't recorded on this device yet. Oh yeah, this is from my Monster Legends team that I made. I get the notifications from the Discord we made for that team. So yeah, I hope, yeah, so there's that. And now I'm going to show you what a match looks like. So, and tell me if you'd rather the game audio, because I know a lot of people like it, but I'm a bit worried that it'll be louder than my voice. So, boom, this is what you'd call a meat shield. You send these out to take the weak attacks so that you can make the strong people stand behind them. So as you can see, It's like a tower defense, I guess you'd call it. So there's the cat torpedo. He's being a meat shield. And look, they take out the weak one, but then there's a bigger unit. Now, the thing with this unit and a lot of units is they're really, like, really cool dynamics. Like, I wouldn't say design, but, like, game design. Because, like, the way he works, he's slow, but he can attack really fast and really strong. So he's going to tear through these guys pretty quickly. So I'm going to send out my Uber, who can knock him back. So if he's slow, I want to keep him knocked back. So there's a lot of cool strategies like that can come into play. So, yeah, you see, I'm meat shielding. I'm keeping him protected while he attacks them. I will say, I am, like, incredibly lucky. I have a lot of really good cats through luck. And then I was able to learn my seed, which basically takes the luck out and then just means you can take whatever you want. So that's really good. And I have a lot of fun with this game. I hope you can, too, if you decide to try and play it. So, yeah, this seems like a pretty simple match. This is only the beginning of the Labyrinth, so it's not going to be too hard. But, yeah, they're doing the work. So, boom. Yeah, I don't need any of these guys. Like I said, if I send this guy out, I haven't leveled him up, and he's bad on his own. He's not going to do anything. But if I send this person out, they are. And one thing I like about this game is it's not at all like Monster Legends. Like, there are Uber Rares, which is basically a mythical, and then, you know, Specials, which is basically uncommon. And you would think that you would only, you know, use mythicals, right? Just like in Monster Legends. But no, it's like a lot of team building. Like, oh, you need these weak ones to take attacks. And then you want the strong ones to be in the back helping you. And then, you know, maybe there's a rare who's like the best attacker in the game. There's a lot of fun dynamics that you really can't play around with like in a lot of other games. Like, it's really fun because, like, unlike Monster Legends where you can only use like the top 1% of it, in this game you really can use almost all of them, and it's really fun. It makes it feel like you're not wasting your time collecting all of these guys just for them to be replaced like later. Don't get me wrong, there's bad units, there's bad, you know, things you're never going to use like this guy. But it's a lot more fun than Monster Legends was in that sense. And then, so look, now I'm in the next stage. I lost those units. This isn't how every stage is. This is a very specific thing. But I think it'll be a good showcase of the game. So now we've got 2 hippos. Angel hippo usually isn't much of a worry. Metal hippo isn't one either. I guess, here, let me see what I can throw at them. Boom. I don't want to waste any good ones. I don't want to lose either, though. So I'm just going to I wonder what I'll do. Let's see. I don't want to waste any good units. And as I said, there's a lot of good units. Like this guy. I don't use him, but he's actually a really good counter for something called aliens. And there's a lot of traits, a lot of different things. It's fun. So what I'll do... Ooh. Yeah, so I'll use this guy. He has a fast attack rate. Although Thief Cat, if you ever get him, do not celebrate. People call him the worst in the game or something. I'll throw in this guy just as a waste because you want to be able... Like you saw, it randomly takes out some of your cats. So you want to throw in some trash ones and hope it just takes them out. And then I'll throw in... Oh, I don't know. Plug Suit Shinji? Yeah, I'll throw him in. This is Shinji from Evangelion, if any of you guys have watched it. And let me just turn that up for me. And then, yeah. This looks about good. It might be overkill, honestly, but... Hey, man, I do not want to lose. So, let's do this. Alright, and as you can see, as I showed you last round, this guy is like a meat shield for reds, right? But he's not going to do so well against angels. So that's important to keep in mind. So, okay, so angel enemy. Angel hippo, I don't think they're really much of a worry, even if you don't have specialized units for him. So I'm just going to let him walk over. I'm going to stall. I'll be able to showcase a lot in this, so I want to let the game speak for itself, but I want to just have fun here, you know, give you guys the best experience. So I'll send this guy out. I really don't know how much health he has. Yep, okay, so he's not a tanky little guy. So boom, gonna have my Uber hopefully kill him. Please kill him. Yeah, okay. So yeah, without the proper counters to certain traits, they can be tough, but I'm not too worried. Maybe I should be worried, but we'll see. So, boom. Good thing he has good range. Attack them. I'm going to throw these guys out because they have a fast attack rate. And metal enemies, which is a good time for me to tell you this. Metal enemies can only take 1 damage per hit, no matter how strong your unit is. So you just got to either bring something with a critical hit, which means it can instantly kill them, or just chip them down slowly with fast attacking units. I chose fast attacking because there's going to be some really hard metal stages. I do not want to waste my metal counters, you know, because the Labyrinth is basically see how far you can get. It's like a skill thing. So yeah, I don't want to waste any of my good counters. I know he has a fast attack rate. So boom, seems to be doing just fine. Although you see, I'm using this Uber, the really cool purple looking one, but he might get, you know, swapped out next match. So I don't want to rely too heavily on him. So boom, there's also, oh, I know that girl is from Fate Stay of the Night. If anyone's a fan of the franchise, I've never watched it, but it's on like my list. So I note that. And then, yeah, we're just chipping them down. We're doing our best. And then I don't know what units I'm going to lose here. I might lose him, who's useless, but I might also lose him, who's like carrying me. So we'll see. This is like just a little taste of what the game is like. This is nowhere near like a showcase. There's so many fun facets to this game, and I'm, you know, excited to learn them with you guys, like show you guys what this game is about, what it's like, and see if you guys would enjoy it. Because I think if you played Monster Legends, you'd like playing this, because first off, there seems to be a lot of crossover from the fan bases, and second off, it's a lot more rewarding to be a fan of. Because like ML, I mean, I don't, you guys are my audience. You play ML, you know what I'm talking about. So yeah, so boom, took care of that stage. What I got some XP, and then it does this after every match in the Labyrinth. Kind of annoying, because the Labyrinth is like a ranking event. As I said, it's skill based, so it tries to rank you, but I don't need to be ranked. Okay, good. It's failing to connect to the servers, so boom, I'm just gonna go into the next one. Oh, right as I said it. Okay, so you see what I mean? It took it took my strongest ones. Okay, so like I told you guys, that can be pretty dangerous. So now I have aliens. I'm going to go for my alien counters, which, lucky me, aliens are some of the most countered units in the game. Like, it's not like they're, you know, easy, but they have, like, okay, so they made a chapter mode with just alien enemies twice. So there's tons and tons of alien counters. So much so that it's kind of hard to struggle against them. So I'm going to throw in you, Power Saw Cat. He's just like a absolute unit against them. So you'll see what I mean. And I'm going to throw in, since I lost all of my Ubers, I'm going to throw in a new one. I'm going to have one in my set every match. So I'm going to have you in there. And then last one I'm going to throw in, I think they shouldn't struggle too hard. It's weak aliens. But I'll throw in this guy. He's only level 15, but he doesn't need his stats, so I don't really worry about that too much. And lastly, I'll throw in you. I hope you stay in there a while. You know, that's what's called a meat shield. He has to stand in front and take the attacks. So, yeah, I think this match should be a lot easier than the last one was. So, good, let's see. And then there's a lot of different stage designs. Not at the same time. Like, it might send them all at the beginning. It might need you to attack the base first. It might come out in multiple waves. It's a really fun game. So, there's the hippo. I want to save for this guy. I want to send this guy, and I think they could take it out themselves. So, yeah, just going to get him close, build up all of my money, and then I'm gonna... Boom. All right, now the meat shield's typically sent out faster, so I can spam that. One thing I do worry about in this game, though, is that as I tap it, it'll make like an annoying noise on the screen. I really hope that isn't the case. I'll have to see once I'm done recording, and then I post it, and then I have a solution to it if it is a problem, but if it's not, I'd like to, you know, play it like this. So we'll see. My first video on Battle Cats after all, but I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope you leave a like to help this in the algorithm, because making new content, like making content on something that isn't your usual, always typically performs badly. But I'm really passionate about making this, and I think it'd be a lot more fun to watch than my, you know, Monster Legends content was, because I enjoy the game more. Like, I can enjoy playing this. Like, you can only get so hype about a turn-based game. So, you know, leave a like, subscribe if you like the content, if you might like this game. And if you don't, I mean, yeah, it's a shame, but I don't want to, you know, have you watch something that you don't like. You know, it's been nice having you, but I want to grow my channel on this kind of content, and I hope you enjoy. I hope you stick with me, and thank you so much for all the support I've gotten so far. So, that being said, oh, it's more aliens. Okay, well, super annoying because I just put in alien counters and it just took them away. So, I'm wasting a lot of units here. I'm going to go for alien again. This time, I really don't want to waste much because, like, I just lost an Uber and another alien counter. There's going to be much harder alien stages later on. So, I'm going to send Akira because he is a decent alien, anti-alien, but he's not strong like that. I could send in you. You're fun, but he's fun, but he only works on certain stages, so it might just be to my benefit to just use him now. Because if I lose him, I'm not losing too much, because I don't actually want him to stay around for too long. So I'm sending Catalyte just as a meat shield. And then I'm going to send you your filler, and then I'm going to send out one more guy. You always want this randomized because it takes it out of random spots. So my usual lineup is have the stronger, more expensive ones up here, the meat shields up here, and the ones that are useful but kind of not expensive over here. But since it takes it out randomly, I do not want it to take out like my best ones because I put them in this corner like you saw last time. So I might have to switch that up. But now we're fighting aliens. They should be easy. We're only like into node 7. So let's do this. I don't even know if I needed this guy. So I'm just gonna wait, save some money. So yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying the gameplay so far. This is my first video. I want to learn what would be like how to make good commentary on this kind of content, but I think I'm doing good so far. Please leave your comments sorry, tongue twisted. Please leave your thoughts and comments in the comments down below. I would love to read them, and it means a lot. It always makes my day to read comments because it means that, you know, someone took the time to leave it after watching my content, and it means a lot. So boom, there I sent this guy out who's just an absolute unit. So boom. Yeah, you see they're tanking all the attacks. And then that guy, that beast over there is going to come, just kill them. Gave me tons of money. He has a rare skill. He has 2 rare skills, actually. He's got double bounty on this form, but he can only attack angels and aliens. As you can see, there's quite a lot of different kinds of enemies, so that is not favorable. And then in his first form, he has something called Base Destroyer. He's the only person in the game to have it, but he can only target aliens and something else. So unless you're attacking the base or aliens or floating, I think it is, which is a whole trait, he can't do anything. So, you know, it balances out. A lot of these units are really strong but really balanced, and the stage designs always keep things fun. Like, it's really fun. So, boom, I did that one. Next, oh, okay, good. At least they didn't take out my Warlock. So, these guys were all bad. I'll keep this one because he was the best of the bad ones. But luckily, I didn't lose any good ones that round. So, let me take you out, and let me see what the next match is. Black enemies. Alright. Now, this could turn bad real quick. But let me just say, it's just the color. No. Alright, so I'm going to throw in... Dark Laser, because as I said, this is this guy's biggest flaw. He can't attack black enemies, so now he's useless. So I need to hope that I find an alien, angel, or floating stage, or he can't do anything. So yeah, that's kind of his big drawback to being such a beast. So, boom, she is good. I might just throw in, let's see, I'll throw in this guy. He's actually a really decent meat shield, as I said before, something you really want a lot of. And since this thing will like take away your units, losing all your meat shields could mean you have no chance. So having expendable ones like this guy is good. So I'm just going to draw them out again. This isn't my usual tactic, but it's just the easiest way to make sure I don't lose. Because if you lose in these, you will still lose units. And that's an easy way to waste time. So... boom, let's see. Can you tank one full attack? He can. So, boom. Alright, Dark Laser. Obviously a reference to, what's his name? I think his name is Bakugo from My Hero Academia. So, yeah, there's a lot of references to other franchises in this game. It's really fun. So, boom. All right, look at her. She's just chomping down at him. I'm going to send out this guy because, as I said before, Warlock and Pierre is his name, the beast I've been talking about, can't do anything. So, yeah, I think this match should be relatively easy. It's just weak units, and she counters all of them by being a beast. So, yeah, pushing pretty slowly. Alright, I've got this. The other units, as I said, I call him filler because these guys really aren't going to help me. Not only are they weak, but they can't really counter the trait or the enemies in this match that well. So it looks like it was a lot easier than I thought it was. I didn't need to waste such good units on it, but better safe than not. Alright, so boom. Oh, please. Okay, good. I was so worried for a second there. No. Okay. Might not be as weak as I thought they were. Okay. I don't think I've lost, but this is concerning. Alright, yeah, okay, I've got this. Boom, slowed. Alright, and there's just a horde of them coming in. Yeah, they stood no chance. Alright, I'm gonna send this guy out just because he has base destroyer. He can destroy a lot of bases in one shot, but as I said, balanced out by the fact that he can't attack most enemies. So, yeah, look at all of those. Oh, wow, that is what I like to see. Yeah. Alright, there is also something called a cat cannon, which is your base, has like a gun attached to it basically. It can do a lot of special things if you like customize it, but I haven't really needed to use it yet. Generally though, there's this enemy who's really annoying and is only countered by like this one kind of base, so that's what I keep on, just in case he shows up. So, oh no, oh I lost a lot of good ones. I'm gonna save her because she really is the best one there. And traitless. Alright, traitless are basically like the default enemy, but they've been made a challenge because in the beginning of the game, you only fight traitless. They're supposed to be, you know, whatever, bad units. No, like really weak enemies. But now they're super buffed and there's not many counters to them, so that can make it a struggle to fight them. I think I only need the one meat shield, but I will need strong attackers with range. I might just be able to beat this with her still, but I'm going to bring Crimson Mina anyways. That should do it. Now, one thing I'll also do is, here, I'm going to go traitless. I can, you know, see what I have to counter it directly, but I'm looking for a specific one. No, wait, I wasted him already? No! I wanted to use this unit, but as you can see, I lost them already, so I can't. Oh, how sad. Alright, so I'm going to need to come up with a different way to deal with them. Thinking this guy, really expensive, not really good, but it's whatever. So I'll throw him in there. I don't want to waste OP units. This guy, absolute beast. You'll see eventually, but I don't want to waste him yet. So what else? I'm fighting traitless, so it doesn't really matter. I'm going to throw in Apron Oscar. Anything under level 10 is generally useless, so they'll just be the fodder. And let's see if I can beat this with only these guys. I'm hopeful. I mean, of course, I don't want to lose, but I could have also underprepared. So, there's some guy with a car over there. Don't really know what his deal is. Alright, so that guy's weak, so I don't really care. Alright, I'm going to send her because she shoots behind them. Alright, and now I'm going to send out the one I showed you from before. This girl. She's a really strong attacker. So let's see. Can you kill him? Please. You need to, actually. Ooh. It's not looking so great, but I think I can still pull up. So boom. Yeah, so she's really strong. Only thing is, if they push too hard, I only brought one meat shield. Generally, you want to bring two at the least. So it's very possible that they just push into her and she dies, and that can cause you to lose the match. So generally you want to build around it, which is why I brought this big old thing, Madam of the Savannah. Pretty tanky. They'll just serve as my second meat shield just in case the first ones die. So boom. Alright, so I'm very hopeful about this. Boom. Kill. Alright, send out that guy. Froze for a little bit. Not sure what that's about. Alright. Oh no, but the thing is we're pushing into this guy's range and he's really dangerous. So good. Alright, so good. He's wasting his attacks, but they can be fatal. So boom. That's one good thing about her. She has something called a wave attack, which is what this cannon does. It's really rare for units to do it, but usually units with the wave attack are really strong. And luckily, she is no exception to that. She is a really strong unit to use, so that's why I used her. And now let's see what happens. I hope I don't lose her. She's going to carry me for a little bit, because she's like a good unit. So if I use her, there's a good chance that I lose her and then only get bad units. So, gonna press X, gonna do 10. Oh, okay, so I did. Oh no, I lost her and the meat shield, but I need the meat shield more. No, alright. So, really big loss there. And now I'm fighting a wave enemy. Okay, so wave is what I just showed you. You know, what those little purple things were. A wave enemy is generally super dangerous because there's not a lot of counters to them. Lucky me, I actually do have a ton of counters to them, but generally they're going to be one of the more dangerous ones. So I'm going to go with Relic. Just because there's very few units with Relic, I can narrow it down. Is the Alluring Dancer. He's immune to wave, and he can do strong damage against everyone but traitless. These enemies in this match are traitless, but he does so much damage, it doesn't really matter. Let's see. What else could I throw at them? I want immune to wave or wave stopper. Since I don't really want to waste like a wave shield, because those are super rare, I only have 2. I want to use wave immune units instead, which aren't common, but they're a lot more rare. Like, they aren't exactly common, but they're a lot more common than wave shield are. You only have like 2 at maximum. So Zamboni, and I think that should be able to take the match alone. This guy's at level 14, so he's not really doing anything good. I'ma throw him in. I could level him up. I know he's a decent unit, but I feel like it'd be a waste, so I'm not gonna. So he's just a waste unit there. And then to throw one more in, these little cats, if you get their true form, they're useful, but that's super hard to do. So until that, they're useless, so just another waste. And now let's do it. All right. Also, by the way, every 10 nodes, like this is the B10, right? I just completed B9, so this is the 10th. It's like a boss one. Like, it takes away most every unit you have in this lineup. So, yeah, be wary of that. So, Underground 10F. All right, so I'm going to see what they do. Sadly, with the underground things, usually with a lot of these stages, they're event stages, right? You can go on like online and find out what the stage is going to be like, how to counter it beforehand. Things like this, you only know what units they're going to bring, but not how to counter them. So that is what you have to come up with yourself. Lucky me, just like Monster Legends, I'm kind of like an encyclopedia. I know what a lot of the units do at this point, so I can counter them without really needing much more. But I would say best strategy for this game is searching up whenever you don't know. Alright, so boom. I'm going to send out these guys. I'm going to send out one of this guy. Really sick design. Maybe I should upgrade him. Too late now, but still. Yeah, pretty hopeful for this match. Alright. And let's do it. Let's push towards their base. Now, is going right ahead. Luckily, he is an incredibly OP unit, so, you know, he can do his own thing. But pretty dangerous usually to just rush ahead like that. Alright. Oh, no. If he got knocked back that quickly, then that is bad. That is bad. Alright. So, luckily, he's wave immune, and now he has a meat shield. So, he can just stand there and attack them with his super strong attacks without having to worry about, you know, taking all these hits. Alright. So, boom. Luckily, another thing about him is that he gets resent really quickly, so there's already 2 on the field. A lot of the Uber super rares are not the case. That is like, in fact, the opposite. They take a super long time to get sent out. Luckily, it's just one of the things that makes this guy good. There's a lot of balancing to make units good and to make them balanced, and it's really fun. So, boom. Now I'm just sending everything out, even though half of these aren't making an impact. You know, just spamming. Alright, so boom. Alright, and it looks like just is and this little thing called Zamboni Cat. I've never heard of a Zamboni, but it looks like it's just a Roomba, I think it's called. So that's what I'm assuming it is. Looks like they've got it on their own. The other units couldn't really help, but that's because this is like a pretty difficult enemy. So boom. Sent out another Zamboni as the meat shield. Sent out another is. And looks like it should be good. Boom. Alright. Looks like I've got this. Unless they send like another one of those big dogs. I've got this. I've won. So boom. I'm gonna stop spamming, and I did it. Match 1. Now sadly, as I said before, the 10 nodes here take out like almost all of your cats. So unfortunately, I'm afraid I'm gonna lose Iz, which would be a shame because he could help in so many stages. So let's see what I get. Cat's Eye Dark. That is supposed to be a really rare material to get, so that is actually really nice. And let's see, who did I lose this time? Alright, so start. Oh, wow, look at that. No, oh my gosh, it took out all of my good units. So as I said, as I just finished saying, it takes all of them out. So here's the consequence of that. Oh, rest in peace Iz. That was like my first Uber. You know, I'm gonna miss him. So, zombie stage. One thing I will say, zombies are one of the first traits you fight in something called zombie outbreaks. But they're also like the hardest for me, period, because they're so difficult. Zombies have a lot of abilities that like a lot of other traits don't have. Like, look, there's the black trait, right? Let me see. You see all these traits? There's black, right? Its big gimmick is that it's really fast and hits with a lot of damage. But there's a lot of counters to it, so it's fine. But then there's zombie trait, and zombies can dig under your units and show up behind them. So you have to be worried of that. Like, they could dig under your attacker and then just kill your base. And they can revive once you kill them after a set amount of time, so you can't even just kill them twice instantly. So they're an incredibly, like, honestly fun enemy. I'm really glad that there is an enemy like that in the game, but it's also super annoying to fight them because they are difficult. So I'm going to throw in a few anti-zombies. I don't want to go all out because there are going to be harder zombie stages. But for now, I think this is good. Okay, of course that's not good. There's the duck thing. I'm going to throw in her. Good generalist, but great anti-zombie. As you can see, she targets zombies and she makes them slow. I also gave her something called a talent orb to make sure that she does more damage to them. Because on her own, she doesn't do more damage to them, but she does crazy damage to everyone. So giving her that makes her even stronger. I'm going to throw in this guy just because he's a funny looking little guy. And then I'm going to throw in the waste units. So level 15, don't need you. Let's see. This guy knocks back floating. Knockback can be good in certain situations, but against floating, it's not good. So I'm going to throw in that guy. Cupid Cat, he's called Archer Cat. Widely renowned as he used to be like the worst cat in the game. So going to throw him in as a waste. And then this guy who knocks back angels. There are some scenarios where knockback is good, but generally it's rare for it to be good, as there's a lot of stages where it's like enemies that stand in the back, you want to take out the enemies in the front, then in the back. But if you push them into the back, then they can just wipe everything out. So generally knockback is something you want to avoid. So that's why I consider those guys waste units, because they knock back an enemy that you don't want to knock back. So here, the zombie enemies. Luckily, this guy doesn't burrow, which is when they, dig under you and show up on the other side. I'm going to send out this guy. This guy's like the ultimate meat shield, where he also does crazy damage. He can live a very long time against them. And then, oh, look at these little guys. Here's an example of what they do. They dig right under. So the easiest way to counter the fact that they can revive is with enemies that have something called with cats that have something called Z killer. So look, as you can see right here, that little skull, that means that if they kill a zombie, they stay dead, which is why Housewife is such a good anti-zombie, why he's such a good anti-zombie. Generally, you don't want to kill them with something that doesn't have Z killer, because then they'll just come back behind you, and they could just destroy your base if you're not ready. So keep that in mind. Zombie enemies, a death I don't wish on anyone because they're super annoying. Looks like it was easier than I thought. I didn't even get to use the Clown Cat, which is one of the most OP units in the entire game. I generally try not to use him because it's kind of unfair to use something that strong, you know what I mean? Like, there's this unit called Dashley, considered weak in comparison. Like, Clown Cat is too strong. So look at that. Only because he missed did he not one-shot the base right there. So boom, sending out a few, and look, it's over. Alright, so easy stage. I might have overhyped zombies, but I'm telling you, they're menaces. So, as it does every match, connecting, I guarantee you, no other, like, thing you fight, like, no other matches you play will ever have this loading thing after it. It's just because I'm doing the underground labyrinth. So, for example, now I think I'm done with the underground labyrinth for now. It's fun, but I want to make a part 2 just in case you guys are into this content, and if you're not, I want to showcase more of the game. Plus, it can be pretty tedious. Of course, I'm going to save Housewife. Rest in peace, Clown Cat. So yeah, that was a good showcase. You saw a lot of the enemies. I got to explain what they do, why they're dangerous. So now I'm going to go over to Legend stages. So Legend stages, there's a lot of different kinds of stages you can fight. Like, look at this. You can fight this, and there's a restriction where you can only use, special and rare. If you beat it in a certain time, you'll get rewards. So there's a lot of different little things that add a lot of fun and complexity to the game. There's Heavenly Tower. I know my good friend, Sneak Peek Abrago, is making a video on it. I can't wait to watch it. I hope you guys tune into it. Yeah, Heavenly Tower is basically the same thing, but it's even better. So I didn't want to do the same thing as he is because, I'm not going to steal my friend's thunder. But yeah, definitely go check that out. He beat floor 30. I can't beat floor 30. You'll see why when he does it. So yeah, there's all these stages. Luckily, I'm actually a pro, I would consider myself, so I beat them. But I finally beat something called Stories of Legends, which you'll spend a lot of your time during the beginning half playing. And yeah, I'll just do a few of these stages to kind of show you what it'll normally look like. So, Dead End Night. What is your boss? I'm just going to take my units from this loadout. Yep. Boom. Copy. Hold on, I don't want to paste here. Paste here. And yeah, this is my generalist loadout, meaning that I can take on almost any trait with this team and win because these are all really good units for fighting any kind of enemy. So, horrible song. Alright, so as I said, metal enemies, not horribly difficult, but they can be super annoying because, you can only do 1 damage per hit. So someone like Iz, who does a ton of damage per hit, does nothing against him. Alright, so you need to bring something called a critical hitter. So critical have a set chance of doing extra damage. So basically, if they land that critical hit, they can ignore that and just do full damage against a metal, which will usually one-shot them because they have low health, but they can only go down by 1 health. So generally, if you fight a metal enemy, you'll need a critical hitter. Hopefully, you can get Jurassic Cat, who can beat every metal enemy in the game with ease. So yeah, so this was this stage. Usually, there's no other limitation to it, like, you can only use rares, or we'll take out the cats after. Only certain challenge stages are like that. Admittedly, I don't like the challenge stages that much. I think they overused the limit where you can only send out a few cats, which makes it just so hard. So I'm gonna send out my Jurassic Cat because I need him to crit soon. All right, just tearing down these enemies. Oh, there's the Angel Hippo that showed up again. Oh, that is... Oh, okay, so that is the horse. It's an angel horse, and he is infamously hard to fight. Oh, I took out... Okay, good. I just got super lucky. As I said, it's chance-based, these critical hits, which is, the stars you just saw show up. But I got lucky and critical hit the Metal Rhino in 1 shot, so that saves me a ton of difficulty. So boom, now it's elementary. I'm just taking him down. And yeah. Oh yeah, right here is the best unit in the game though, Awakened Bahamut. He is a beast, and you unlock him for free and easily, which tells you a lot about how this game operates. It's really nice. Getting him so early in the game definitely helps a lot. So boom, there's a Metal Hippo, but as I said before, the Metal Hippo is not really a threat. The Metal Rhino is, but the Metal Hippo is generally just to be annoying more than a threat. So boom, praise Bahamut. He's super fast. He has way too much damage. So yeah, he's just tearing the base apart, and that's a win. So generally, you might get something out of it depending on what stage you're doing. But Stories of Legends, you're just trying to beat all these chapters. I beat them all, but if I beat it 2 stars, I'll get a really good reward. So that's what I'm working on right now. I've got a lot I'm doing. I could start doing Uncanny Legends. I could do a lot more of these challenge stages, show you how I beat some of them. Try and beat some of them, show how I did it. There's a lot of different chapters. I could explain these, play these, show you guys. And yeah, I just really like this Battle Cats game. I think it's a lot more fun to watch and a lot more fun to make content on. And I really hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you in the next one. I hope this is something you guys would like to see and stick with me around for, because your support has meant everything so far. You know, it's why my channel has grown so big, even though Monster Legends is like a dead thing. You guys came and you guys supported me for my content, and it meant a lot. So thank you all so much for following me this far, and I hope you enjoy following me through the rest of the journey of this channel. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you in the next one. That's about it for this video. Man, I haven't done outros in so long. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next one. That's about it. Your favorite Omni-Crab, signing out.